Yo, what's going on YouTube? This your boy Kamen Zero Spike back again once again. And today, people, today we're here for Kamen Gotchard episode 13. In this episode, we got the debut of Kamen Gotchard UFO X, his UFO X form, which wasn't as big and bulky as I thought it was going to be, but overall, it's a cool looking form. It is. I actually like this one. It's a big step up from the last few forms we've been getting, and the last two forms we've been getting. But yeah, I feel like this is his ultimate. This has to be his steps to getting like his ultimate form, which will step to getting a type of ultimate form. With when it comes down to getting all the X, forms, all the number 10 forms and stuff like that. Getting ready to see like all the other, the other 10. Kimmies, like the Kimmies who are straight up number 10s. We're actually getting to see what those forms are starting to look like, and we learn how he's able to use 3 cards now, or 3 Kimmy cards now, because the Gotchard caliber can also act as a buckle or extra attachment to the Gotchard driver, which gives it an extra Kimmy card slot. So yeah, I was actually wondering how he was able to use 3 forms at 3 Kimmy cards at once. I was wondering how he was going to be able to use UFO X, even though the Gotchard driver has 2 slots. How was he going to do it? Because you need 2 cards for that. So yeah, we got our answer in this episode. But in this episode, they save Sabimaru. They figure out a way to save Sabimaru, and we see that Ichinose had a bad dream, and he saw himself fighting Dread, but he ended up defeating Dread, but he ends up destroying Sabimaru in the process. And throughout the episode, we see how he's emotionally kind of dealing with that, and also we see how the rest of the team is also mostly dealing with that. And we also got to see what the council of the academy kind of look like. They're just these old dudes in black robes and things like that. Minato was trying to ask them for help to help them in this, help assist them in this whole Comrade of Dread thing and his sister stuff. But they, as usual, when it comes down to these higher ups and stuff like that, when the higher ups and stuff in these types of organizations, they don't believe Minato. They don't believe him, and even if he is telling the truth, disregard it and just keep on capturing Kimmies like they want them to. And they want all the Kimmies actually brought in by the end of the year. And we know that our heroes have only collected 46 of the Kimmies. So and they want them to collect all of them before the end of the year's out. So yeah, the High Council, they ain't having that. So Kurogane basically says that don't schedule no more meetings with them, just leave Dread to me. We see that Kurogane himself is taking on the mantle of trying to actually take out Dread himself, because he doesn't believe in the rest of the team. And we see that Ichinose, he feels like there's another way. He feels like there's another way to save Sabimaru without having to actually off him. So he feels like the Gotchard caliber has another use. There has to be a better way to use this sword. And we see that they actually get the idea to summon UFO X to help them out. So they did end up using the same method that Sabimaru used the first time to summon UFO X. So when they summon UFO X, while they're trying to summon UFO X, we see that's when the sisters bring Sabimaru back to destroy our heroes, and basically destroy our heroes. And they basically said that they're going to use Sabimaru's body until his body eventually gives out and he eventually dies, because the more and more he uses the Dread driver, the more his lifespan diminishes. And I feel like they weren't planning on keeping him as Dread for long. They were like how we see with the main sister. She says that they're only using him to collect actual data and stuff like that. So maybe they're just using him to find ways to upgrade the Dread driver, and most likely find a more suitable host to use it. And we see that he is being, continue to see that Sabimaru is still being controlled by by the sisters, and makes him attack everyone. They're fighting him and stuff like that. And Gotchard, Ichinose, like, he freezes, like he's starting to have flashbacks to that dream that he had earlier about him actually like killing Sabimaru. And that's when Kuragane pops up to fight him off and stuff like that. And we see that he's actually getting ready to defeat Dread and actually like off him, but that's when Minato stops him, and Minato basically tells him like, hey, just hold him off, because I have faith in those kids, like they're gonna find a way to actually save him without having to actually like, you know, off him. So they go back to the rooftop that they did before to summon UFO X. And when they're trying to summon UFO X, but that's when the fight between Dread and Valivard, but between those two, gets taken up there to the rooftop, and they're still fighting them. The sisters also there, and Minato's fighting the sisters and stuff like that. And when he gets ready and then that's when they're actually able to summon UFO X, and he captures he beams him up, like he captures Ichinose and takes him back to that world that he was in the episode where he first got the Gotcha driver. And he talks to UFO X for a while, and UFO X actually lets him capture him into his Kimi card form, and that's when he ports back to the regular world. We see that he ends up using the Gotcha caliber, and he folds it up, like he folds it up into like an extra attachment for the Gotcha driver, sticks it on the Gotcha driver, and actually scans. He uses Steamliner and Hopper 1, and he also uses UFO X. So now he's using, like, because you know the Gotcha caliber has a extra card slot in it, so he's actually used all three of them, and we get the debut of the UFO, the Gotchard UFO X form. And yeah, this form's pretty cool. He ends up defeating Dread. When he defeats Dread, he ends up using his power to separate Sabimaru from Dread. And the Dread, like it's just a suit, and it's just pure malice running around, and he ends up destroying Dread, and the sisters end up taking the Dread driver and leaving after the main sister says that we've collected enough data. So most likely they're gonna take the Dread driver, upgrade it, and possibly give it to someone else. And so now they have saved Sabimaru, and now he's just gonna have to recuperate from everything that's happened with him and stuff like that after his lifespan has been diminished and stuff like that. So yeah, Kamen Rider Dread will make his like climactic epic return. We do get mentions of Ichinose's dad in this episode as well, and he had a very popular saying that Ichinose's mom told him about, so he used that saying to stop worrying about stuff so much and just do what you got to do, basically. And he ends up doing that, and he ends up saving Sabimaru in the end. Yay! But yeah, that's basically the end of the episode. Next episode, we're gonna get introduced to another new form. We haven't had UFO X that long. We just got it, man. Like, could have waited an episode or two before like totally transitioning to another form, another more powerful form. But it's going to be that big that X-T-Rex, the X-Rex. Yeah, that form. I didn't think it was going to be a dinosaur form, but I'm here for it because I love dinosaurs. But other than that, yeah, this episode was dope. I mean, it was kind of fast. It was a lot of fighting and stuff like that. See, the Abyssal Sisters really were doing a lot in this episode and really trying to mess up our heroes and stuff like that. And we see that the head academy, they're jerks as per usual. That stuff always happens where the higher ups are always just a bunch of old guys, old people who just stuck in their old ways and don't want to help out and stuff, and always worried about the main primary thing they're supposed to be doing. But yeah, the way that dude put his hand on Minato's shoulder just let me know that these guys have a secret plot. They got their own thing going on, and they wear black robes, so of course these guys got to be some kind of messed up. But yeah, but I'm glad we got Sabimaru back, and let's see who's going to be the next host of the Dread Driver. And I see that one of the sisters is going to start using Dread, so we're going to get a evil female Kamen Rider later on down the line, which I'm here for. But yeah, I don't know, this episode was dope. I mean, I really don't have much else out there, but hey, you guys let me know down in the comment section below your thoughts on this episode, what you think about the UFO X form. Like, what do you think about it? I like it. It's not super spontaneous, but it's a very unique looking form. I can say that. But you guys let me know all your thoughts about this episode, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Remember, stay henshined.